What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of 10K on the Bay, my journey to 10,000 live listings. Welcome to our Monday night mastermind call. Tonight, we are on a smaller budget for time because everyone is busy. So we're just going to go over a productivity hack that will help us get ready for Q4 and get things done. Let's start with Ashley. She may have to leave early. Ashley, why don't you give us a tip? First tell us how your week went and then give us a tip.
Yeah, so week was good. I'm refining my process with Amazon and I'm really excited about the potential because for the first time, my Amazon business feels scalable, and that's something that excites me. Whereas with scanning books, that was really great and great return on investment, but it was limited by how much I could get out, which is not much because I have kids. So yeah, week was really good. And then my productivity tip would be to do as much as you can before your kids get up if you have children, or do as much as you can in the morning, because later on in the day it just seems like everything gets crazy, and if you push it back, it won't happen. So I've been trying to get my 5 to 10 eBay listings up in the morning, and then doing my online arbitrage right in the morning, and then I'm done, and then I don't have to think about it. So that would be my productivity tip: get it done quickly and as soon as you can. And I love personally taking pictures on my phone for eBay and listing as I'm at the park or at the pool or wherever with the kids. That's been huge for me because then I know, okay, they're going to be playing for about an hour. I can get 10, 20 listings up, whatever. It's been a really great way for me to multitask.
Awesome. Let's go with Laura. Laura, how was your week? And tell us a productivity hack that helps you get more time out of the day.
Yeah, so I had the meetup last week, so I was super busy. So I'm really behind on my listing goals, and this week I'm gonna amp that up. My calculations, I need to do about 200 to 250 active listings a week to get to what my next goal is. So I actually went to the bins today to get some inventory. That's where I am right now in my car, away on my way home from the bins. So I guess my productivity hack would be just fit it in when you can. Like, if you have any free second, for me, it's really important that I have somebody to watch my kids. If my kids are around, I'm focused on them. I'm not focused on my job. So when I have somebody watching my kids, I'm like 100% eBay, nonstop. Like today, my husband was home and I just went for the bins immediately, as soon as I got my shipping done. And I have one more tip. So I know we have one tip, but I have one more. I set the clock on my stove for everything. Like if I only have an hour to do something, I set my stove clock and I sit right there in front of it in my kitchen at my dining or in like my eating kitchen area, and I watch that clock, make sure I'm like doing things as fast as I possibly can in that time limit. And I feel like that helps keep me accountable for my time.
Awesome. Let's go to Mary. Miss Feel Good Finds. How was your week? And tell us a productivity hack.
So my week was great. I was trying to cram a lot of the listings before the Saturday's event, which was super successful, super fun. So now I'm catching up to getting back in the groove. As far as eliminating distractions, I would highly recommend Instagram, at least for me. Removing any type of social notifications, social media notifications, which is Instagram, Facebook. I have not removed eBay notifications just because I feel like that pumps me up when I get a sale. That means it needs to get going to list more items. But any type of noise or visual notifications for my social media, I have removed. It is just a control thing where you are in control of your time and you spend the time that you want whenever you are ready. Do not let any other notifications control your time. And that's whenever you get on social media to get on there. So removing notifications is kind of a big deal for me. I know it's kind of easy to get on there and scroll and get distracted, but that has helped a lot. And another tip, just like Social Media Saturday, it's eliminating all social media distractions as well, just because it sets the week for the next goal, for the week goals that you have for the next day or so. I like to do a lot of batch listing too. So I know that I have set certain days to do certain things, and there's no other way to do them but those days, because the other days are already filled up with other things. So maybe if you set certain days to have certain tasks, I feel like that eliminates your other any type of distractions from happening any other day because it's already set for one day. So that's social media notifications, which is a big one for me and maybe a lot of you out there. And setting certain days for certain tasks because there is nothing else to do for the next day.
Awesome. Prince, how was your week? And give us a productivity tip.
Yeah, my week was awesome. I mean, I went all the way to California. I met half of you guys and it was cool. And so, couldn't ask for anything better. My best productivity tip, I would say, learn how to say no to things. I have a large family. I think a lot of people come by my house. People ask me to do this and that. People want help with things. And I've always said yes to everyone because I feel like that's just me being nice, or if I say no, it's me being a jerk. But I think the bigger picture is that if you're, working on yourself, working on getting better, then you're actually thinking about the bigger picture. And that's what I want to learn to do. So learn how to say no to people.
Awesome. I'm going to give you rapid fire 2 tips. First tip is unroll.me. I love that website. You can unsubscribe to all newsletters at the same time. And also they'll give you an email once in a while saying you get too many notifications from this website, and then you can unsubscribe all at the same time and save time. Also, I turned off the bookmarks tab on my Chrome to make it more difficult for me to to quickly go away from my browser. So I just put it up so that I could, when I remove the bookmark, I basically remove the distraction from that. And that just makes it easier to stay on track, and full screen mode also. So I'm just trying to keep it so I can focus on one thing at a time, make sure my desk is clean. And I really love the saying free space equals headspace. I actually don't know where that came from, but if you have a whole house full of inventory, clear out one corner and face away from it and get that stuff listed, and don't look at it because you will not be able to think if you can see all that stuff in your space. It's also going to hurt your sleep if there's too much stuff in your visibility. So just try to stay as clean as possible. Even hiding it from your workspace is good temporarily. Kevin, hopefully he'll hop on just a second here. Does anybody else have any comments before we get Kevin?
Yeah, I think, just to kind of piggyback off what I said about saying no, I think you need to also start prioritizing what not to do. Because people prioritize what to do, but they don't prioritize what not to do. There's a lot of things that we do on habit that are not good, and we do it on a daily basis, so we don't even know. But so I think you should sit down and think about it, and then try not to do those things. That would help too.
Sounds good. Kevin, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so we're just giving a quick productivity hack to help us get ready for Q4. So, and just tell us, how did your week go, and do you have a productivity tip for everyone? We lost your audio. Oh, there we go. No. You've been working out too hard. Ruined your headphone jack. Go ahead.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we know we can now.
All right, perfect. So one of the hacks I would say is just auditing how much time you're spending where, and trying to simplify each place that you're actually spending that time. So like one of the things I looked at was shipping. I thought I spent a good amount of time shipping, but I didn't know if there was a way to make it faster. One of the things I looked at was like getting a new printer, and then that actually cut down about 10 or 15 minutes out of my normal shipping and handling time. So that was actually really beneficial, and add that up over each day. It's a lot of time you can spend doing other things.
Okay, and I just want to piggyback on Prince's thought for one more thing, which is Warren Buffett said that you make 2 lists: things that you need to do, you need to accomplish, and the other list is things that you want to do. Now, I originally thought that this list was like, okay, you do the things that are on your need list and you're done, but that's not it. The second part of that quote is stay as far away as possible from the things that you want to do. And that's counterintuitive, because you're like, oh, I'm going to get to it. And he's saying you're not ever going to get to it. So just make a small list of things that you need to do, and that's it. And then if you want to do things, like there's something that you want to do, put that on the need list and do it. And then once you'll figure out right away how many things you can have on your list. And I think that's important to realize, that sometimes you will not get to it. And people underestimate what they can do in their lifetime, and they overestimate what they can do in 1 year. So don't be patient. And I know a lot of people don't like Gary Vee, but I'm just going to point out one more thought that he gave, which was what we're asking is we want to build a life that's 100% on our own terms. We can do whatever we want, whenever we want, with whoever we want. That is like a really big ask. That's literally asking for everything, right? You want everything out of life. In order to do that, you would need financial freedom and time. So we're asking for everything. So please be a little bit patient, because we're literally asking for a perfect life. So let's take our time, do things for the big picture, not just, quick things for a quick buck or temporary. I just want to shout out Ashley real quick. You had done some things that may have taken a little bit more time in the beginning, but are more scalable now.
Yes. And I just, for the first time, feel so peaceful. I am not one who does well with a ton of inventory in my house all the time, which is counterintuitive to this business, because you're ordering things, you're buying things, they sit in your house until you can get them shipped off to Amazon at least, or sold on eBay. So now I've hired a fulfillment center, and they handle all of my online orders for Amazon. And it's just been I did not realize how amazing it would feel to be able to send, so most of my stuff that sold this month on Amazon, I didn't even touch. I ordered it, it was sent to them, they handled shipping, and it sold for a profit. And I'm like, okay, this feels amazing, and this feels doable. So the only thing holding me back there is money, because it is more expensive way to earn money. The returns are not the same as they are with books or thrift store items. But I'm trying to get my husband on board to give me a little Q4 loan from our savings to pump into that. But yeah, that feels very, very good. And then now it's just to figure out eBay. How do I make that feel the same way with eBay? I don't know. But
I barely recognize you because you don't look that stressed out today. You just look.
That's so good.
I'm not comfortable with you looking so peaceful.
It's been really, really good. And I took a week off social media last week, which has been huge for me. And I've also I'm sure you guys all feel the same pressure. When your social media following grows, the pressure to perform or to have certain numbers grows, at least for me. And I decided I chose to just stop caring about that. I'm going to do what works for me. I'm going to do the best I can, and then document my journey and not be so emphatic about, well, I have to hit this number or else 20,000 people will revolt or get me, it's just in my head. It wasn't true. So that has given me a lot more peace as well. But yeah, hiring at a fulfillment center, I have a VA who helps me with Amazon. It is a little pricier, but the relief is gigantic, and it's completely scalable. It's something I can do 10 times the sales I'm doing now very easily with an extra hour or two of work. So I'm very excited about that.
There's still time to double the number of kids you have also. If it's too easy,
me, Chris.
You can double
Stop.
up.
Oh my gosh, no. Give me a heart attack. You have kids first.
Okay, I'll have kids first. Fine. I'll have kids first. Does anybody else have any final thoughts? Otherwise, I want to call it a short meeting today and let everybody get back to work.
I got one more thing that I don't think I touched on, if I can.
Let's do it.
All right, cool. So one of the things that I actually started doing recently that I'm kind of excited about is I tried, when sourcing for products, to be more realistic about how much time it takes to list, because over the last I would say 2 or 3 months, you guys have noticed I keep saying I wanted to get to 50,000 listed and then 60,000 listed. And what I noticed was when I was sourcing, I just basically kept adding to my death pile, and I was still listing the same amount of products every week or so, but just kept adding to that pile. And it was because I was sourcing items that I could only find 1 or 2 of, just because there was a good return in it. And now when I'm sourcing, I try to limit myself. So if there's only one of an item, I really just try to, only buy it if there's a really high return on it, because my time is so much more valuable. Whereas listing an item with multiple variations, it's so quick and easy. Even if the return is still, as long as the return is still what I'm looking for, it just saves me so much time in the long run. So that's been something that I've been focused on when sourcing and when I haven't sourced too much, but when sending people to source for me, which I've been doing more of.
I think that's a great productivity hack because people are definitely way more ambitious and that causes the stress. So if you're like, this is going to sell in 1 week because it's a hot item and it doesn't, and it starts to compound and destroy your soul. So definitely be relaxed. Like there are people who are waiting until literally 10 days before Christmas to list certain things. So trying to get the premium markup. So, if you still have your Hatchimals, maybe you can wait and do local delivery only the week before Christmas.
That's funny. Are they still selling?
Oh, you're crazy. Everyone, somebody put, I'm taking a working capital loan and investing it all in Hatchimals. And I was like, I'm not sure that's the right way to do it. Please, well, if you do, it's not my fault. Please don't call me if they don't sell. Or people, I saw the return reason, unsatisfactory hatching experience. And that's a horrible reason, but you may have to take it, especially on Amazon with the A to Z returns.
Oh, man.
Cool. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping by. And I appreciate your time. And we'll see you guys next week. Let's kill it.